target, having to provide all this data for multiple years, usually doesn't have this stuff at their fingertips. So they have to spend some time, get it organized. So the electronic data room is becoming very popular and allowing them to be efficient in obtaining our request list, legal's request list, HR's request list, all these work streams that they're having to fulfill. It allows them to take the time, receive all the request lists, upload all the data at one time to a specific site, and then it limits them or allows them to limit who is receiving this data. They're the ones passing out passwords, sign-in rights, so that way they're seeing who's receiving data, who's downloading data, and making sure that the right people are receiving the right data. Another big positive for the target is when we're there on site, that takes up their time. It interrupts their operations. We're requiring the time of the controller, the CFO, the CEO, the sales guys, accounts payable, all the different pieces that day to day they need to run their business. If we're there, that's not allowing them to do their day job. They're spending time with us, which slows down their operations and really causes a big interruption for them. From a private equity perspective, there's some efficiencies that come in with the electronic data room, just like the target. Also being on site, typically we have to travel there. So the cost that the private equity group has to incur goes down when we're able to do most things remotely. So one of the biggest things that the private equity group likes when we're on site is to learn about the culture and really to make sure that the operations that management is saying happens really exists. So when we're on site, we're able to see inventory counts. We're able to see how management interacts with their employees, and that the culture that they're portraying to the private equity group, that it's legitimate and that it fits the culture of the private equity group and the bolt-on. So an example that I remember, we were doing diligence on an equipment manufacturer. Second generation owners, 3 brothers, CEO, CFO, COO. When we got on site, took a couple days, we realized that they wouldn't communicate with each other. They couldn't stand each other. They couldn't be in the same room with each other. This didn't exist when the private equity group was there a couple weeks earlier having management meetings. They were all in the same room. They were able to talk about forecasts. They were able to talk about operations. They were able to coexist. However, when we were on site, we were able to learn that that really wasn't the case and that those brothers needed to really be separated.